Good afternoon, and welcome to Chef D Says Fish Friday. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? So welcome back to the kitchen. Today is Fish Friday. And guess what? Even though most of you guys eat meat, for my vegan and vegetarian people out there, I have a special treat for y'all. So we're gonna be doing fish two ways today. So we're gonna be doing a crusted Cajun catfish that will be deep fried. And also we're gonna be doing hush puppies paired with it with a nice remoulade sauce. All you guys that are from the South, from New Orleans, I should say, you know what a remoulade sauce is. And I whipped it up myself with all the special fixings in there as well. Also, for my vegan and vegetarian eaters, we're going to do a fishless filet wrap, and that will be paired with the remoulade sauce, but with veganaise and lettuce and tomato. And we have some special little treats as well. I am going to be whipping up a fresh salad. It will have arugula and spinach and some nice summer berries as well. Heirloom tomatoes that are grape tomatoes for color, and also a homemade ginger honey vinaigrette. So let's get started. Oh, I forgot to add, for my vegan and vegetarian eaters, as a side, we're gonna have some sweet potato chips, homemade. Yes, I did say chips. I made it myself. Hey, let's get it. So first and foremost, I already have my cast iron and also my skillet on medium heat, warming up, so we could go ahead and start making our hush puppies and also frying our catfish. Safety first, sanitation, gloves, mask. I hope you guys are wearing masks out there, going to the supermarket and out there in the world. Don't be like a lot of these people out here not protecting themselves, you know? Come on, y'all. Come on now. So, I already made my hush puppy batter. And in this batter, what we have is cornmeal. And I used white cornmeal. At the store that I went to, they did not have any yellow cornmeal. So you could use white or yellow cornmeal. It's totally up to you. It works. It's the same thing. Trust me, it is. Some flour, salt, onions. And the onions, mince it up. And actually, traditionally it comes with yellow onions, but I had red. And I wanted to play around and twist it up a little bit with the red onions. And, you know, red onions are very strong. They're flavorful, you know. It gives it that extra punch. So we're gonna whip this up, and it's gonna be delicious. I also seasoned my batter, so I put a little bit of salt for anybody that has like high blood pressure or maybe even diabetes. Don't put any salt. You're already getting a treat in itself by having a hush puppy fried. Okay, so do not have any salt. I'm gonna represent for everybody that is having, health issues, or you're trying to make a change and trying to, do better health choices. So do not use any salt or sugar. Just naturally do it, because guess what? We have that remoulade sauce, and that remoulade sauce has, some good flavors in there as well. So if you're like, hey, I have to make some health changes, try to eliminate salt and sugar in your diet. For oil, if you don't have like olive oil, you can use canola oil as well. But try to cook more with olive oil. It's more natural, it is healthier, and you don't have to use a whole gallon of oil. A lot of people think with frying, you have to use a lot of oil. Depending on the pan size, you just need maybe 1/4 of an inch of oil in your pan. It doesn't need to be fully saturated in oil, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. So, yes. We're gonna get started on these hush puppies. Okay. So I do have a scoop, but really, I'm gonna show y'all 2 ways because you're like, oh man, I don't have an ice cream scoop in my home. Well, I'm gonna show y'all 2 ways. I'm gonna use my hands, okay? Because honestly, that's how I was taught. Whipping it up. And honestly, hush puppies, they don't have to be formally formed. You know, they are usually like a small, you know, golf ball dough, and you just drop it in your oil. You hear that sizzle? When you hear the sizzle, that makes you know that, yeah, it's real. So it's in there. I'm gonna do maybe, for the amount of batter that I did, because I did about 1 cup of cornmeal. So it's like 1-to-1 ratio. 1 cup of cornmeal to 1/2 cup of flour. And then maybe like 1/4 cup of onions. Season your batter with a little salt, garlic, onion powder. Get it all in there. I'm rolling another one. And as you can see, okay, there we go, there we go. Hello friends, hello family. I'd like to give a shout out to my friends and mom. Hi mom. So we got that in there. Hello mom and dad, excuse me. I didn't know my dad was tuning in. Hello, hello. I gotta show love, have to. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Everybody who's tuning in and taking the time to watch Chef Disa's Fish Friday. What's going on? So we're just frying our hush puppies right now. And this is something, hush puppies, it takes no time at all, guys. Do not eliminate yourself from making something from scratch. I'm telling you, the hush puppy batter took me 5 minutes, if that. It's simple, it's easy, it's fresh, you know? So I'm going to flip the first one. So I flip that nice and brown, you know, golden brown as we say. Here we go, here we go. Whip it up. Ooh, golden, golden. It's pretty. There we go. So see guys, so far, we have a nice golden brown hush puppy. We're flipping it on our second side, and then as well you can flip it on the sides as well, so everything will get nice and brown evenly, and that is the goal. You know, hush puppies go back from slavery days when we didn't have much, you know. It's just like cornbread, you know. We had cornmeal, we had a little bit of something to make something, you know, to make nothing out of something, seriously. So it's actually a really good filler, you know, a nice starch to have with southern food. Out here in the South, we love having some hush puppies as a side. Hey Marlena, I am making homemade hush puppies to pair with our Fish Friday. So we have hush puppies cooking up right now. What's next, we'll be cooking some Cajun crusted catfish, and also as well, I'm going to be making a vegan fishless wrap with a remoulade sauce and some sweet potato chips too. So, you know. Oh, and you know, one more thing I did not tell you guys. I keep forgetting how many surprises I have for this show. I also have a nice fresh salad that I did mention earlier, but since you asked, I'm doing a nice summer salad that has arugula and spinach and some nice summer berries, strawberries and blueberries, and also heirloom tomatoes and some cashews. Cashews are very They're high in protein. They're very good for us. So I put that in the salad as well. And I also am making a homemade honey ginger vinaigrette to splash on that salad. Nice refresher. So as we look into our hush puppies right now, they're nice and golden. And we're living our life like it's golden, aren't we all? Hey! I'm gonna... Beautiful, beautiful. Round of applause, round of applause. So, just getting a paper towel. Getting a paper towel so I could take our hush puppies out. Our delicious hush puppies. Don't mean a hush, y'all. You know, it's just the same. It's just the same. Ooh, look at that golden. Ooh, ooh. Golden goodness in there. Yes. So I'm telling y'all, and if you don't like onions, if you're like, okay, I don't like onions, you can use corn, like fresh kernel corn or corn in the can. I've also used like green peas, and I know that's like, oh wow, really? But there's other substitutes. The base of it is cornmeal and flour, and you know, putting 1 egg in there as well. And for my vegans, there are substitutes as well for eggs at Whole Foods and Sprouts, and also Publix. See, spokesperson. Hello, get at me. But that's for my vegan and vegetarian eaters. I am vegetarian, as most of y'all know, going on almost 3 years, and you know, eventually we'll see where God takes me. Maybe I'll be vegan, but I do enjoy making vegan and vegetarian dishes. It's all about health and wealth, y'all, you know, with everything going on in the world and health issues that people may or may not know they have. It's good to lean towards a lighter diet and to, you know, just try to eat different things and come out of your comfort zone. So many people are like, okay, I grew up eating Southern food. I grew up eating Asian food, or I'm just used to fried chicken. Guess what? There's so much popularity in food. There's so much versatility. You could do a lot with it. So I challenge you, okay? So, right over here, this is our fishless fillet. And basically with the fishless fillet, it is just a fishless fillet that is with soy, aka tofu, that's breaded. But guess what? You can get this at Walmart, Publix, Kroger. You can also get it at Whole Foods Market, you know, Sprouts, many places. If you're like, hey, I just feel for a fish sandwich, this tastes delicious. Gardein, y'all made a really good fishless fillet. Like, I love it. Now I'm gonna take it up to a next level, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna emulate this, and I'm gonna do it myself with tofu, and I'm gonna bread it. So that means I'm gonna get me some cashew milk or almond milk and season up my tofu, and then get some flour or cornstarch and make it myself, because you guys definitely inspired me being a vegetarian. So if you guys go ahead and get this at your grocery store, for any of you all that are just trying to, you know, be on the lighter diet, get the Gardein brand. I tell you, it's good. So we're gonna fry that right now. And we know our oil is nice and hot. Oh yeah. Good. You know when you hear that sizzle, it's real. So it's like, it's real enough to take 10 steps back. All right. So as it's frying, I'm getting some flour out so we could dredge our catfish. And for me, I really like my fish nice and crispy. So if you know you like it crispy, what does that mean? Leave it in there a little longer, but still check on it. Don't forget it. Some of y'all, all right, I'm gonna go check my email. I'm gonna go use the bathroom, and then you forget about your fish, and then it's burnt. Time your food. Even if you have to have a timer, let me tell you, give it 3 minutes. Uno, dos, tres. Give it 3 minutes, and it'll be okay. Right here, right now, I have my flour, and I'm seasoning it with Chef Disa's all-purpose seasoning. Wait for it, y'all. So I have my special seasoning in here that I made myself, handcrafted. Basically, you know, it stems from Cajun seasonings. You have your garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, paprika. I also have cayenne pepper in there. So good seasonings that bring out that nice southern flavor. And yes, I am seasoning my flour because when you do fish, you need to season your fish, and you also need to season your batter as well. That will reflect on how tasty the fish will be. And that goes with chicken, that goes with shrimp, that goes with tofu, that goes with anything. Make sure that you're seasoning the product and also the flour mixture that you have as well. Trust me, it will go a long way. So, I'm seasoning it, and I'm just, hey, sprinkle me. So I got that ready. I'm gonna go over to my fishless fillet and, you know, go ahead and turn it up. Ooh, crispy, crispy. So, I'm gonna go ahead. I need to show you guys. So I already started to season up my fish earlier. So maybe like 8 hours ago, I took my catfish fillet, and it's boneless as well. I took it, I seasoned it with Chef Disa's special all-purpose seasoning. Hey, wait for it, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Watch a couple months. I guarantee you're gonna see my face and my all-purpose seasoning. Hey. Yeah. But I make my own seasonings. I don't, you know, buy Gordon Ramsay's or, you know, whoever. I make my own rubs. So all my goodness is in here. Like I said, I did more of a southern seasoning in it. Salt, pepper, paprika, cayenne pepper. I also put salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder. You know, I tied all that in together, and I made my nice seasoning in there. But here's a trick. Put a little bit of milk or buttermilk in there to lock in the flavors. All y'all know who's from the South or who isn't from the South, the best way mama fries chicken or grandma, you lock in a little bit of egg mixture or milk or buttermilk. You take your fish, which we're about to do, and start dredging it in your flour. And look at that. Ooh, that's a pretty piece of catfish. Oh. I am so sorry, y'all. I keep thinking about catfish for some reason, but this is really red snapper. Deception. Red snapper. We're gonna put this right here in our flour mixture. And you just want to coat both sides of it because we're going to put it back into our milk mixture as well. So you want to double bread it to make sure that it's nice and crispy, you know? That's how you have that extra crunch punch to it. And we're going to take it back. Coat both sides, as I'm doing. You could work your fingers in there and make sure that you don't see any pieces that haven't been coated, you know? It's crazy when you get a piece of fish or chicken and it doesn't have that crunch and they call it fried. That's deception. Hey, there we go. So we're gonna leave that here as we flip our fishless fillet. Ooh, it's nice and golden. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We're getting ready for our main event. Okay, I'm just gonna set it right here for now. So, and this is something really simple to go ahead and prepare for families and for your friends, you know, with everything going on in the world, with so much social injustice. It is very, very, very important to get family together and to cook and to talk and to be there for one another, especially with everything going on in the world. What is better than a nice, hearty meal cooked from the heart? You know, some of the best meals, all of the best meals I have ever had in my life have been from family, from my mother, from my grandma, from, you know, family. It's all about togetherness. And I know everything with coronavirus and other things that are going on in the world, it's hard to get everybody together. But let's start slowly getting everybody together with groups of 10 or less, no more than 10, because I know some of y'all want to call auntie, cousin, boyfriend, or whoever, you know. Keep it to a maximum. Let's protect our senior citizens, but let's still get together as a family and have some good eats, man. Let's do it. So we're gonna go ahead and fry our, what are we gonna fry, y'all? Can somebody guess? I don't see any comments. Snapper, red snapper. Wait for y'all. Woo! I'm gonna let that fry. Thank you, Jasmine. You said red snapper. Jasmine was the only one. I appreciate it. Everybody was silent like, I know Disa said catfish, but thank you, Jazz. So, it's frying up. I would definitely, for this size of red snapper, give it about 5 minutes on each side to nicely crisp up, you know, on medium heat. If you don't have a cast iron, it's okay to use a regular skillet. But cast iron, it's just something about a cast iron. It gives a nice brown crispiness to your fish or chicken, what you're preparing. So, you know, it's really easy. Amazon. Hey, Amazon. I love y'all. Get it on Amazon. It's like $20 for maybe about the cheapest one. You know, this one cost about $40, but it's a great investment. I'm telling y'all. Seriously. So we're going to let that fry. I'm letting that fry. So far we have our nice hush puppies, and we have our fishless fillet that is nice and golden brown. And we still have to fry our nice sweet potato chips. And yes, sweet potato chips, which I went ahead and I cut myself. If you have a mandolin, you could cut it on a mandolin as well. But we're gonna have some nice sweet potato chips with our nice vegan wrap. Hey, let's come over here. See, it's getting nice and brown. I could tell from the edges, you know. Ooh. Got that nice crispy crunch to it. Look at that. Nice. So our red snapper is definitely frying up. I'm gonna go ahead and start making our sweet potato chips. And I'm just grabbing everything right now. Sweet potato chips. And you know what? I'm not going to make too many because we do have the salad as well to pair with it. Probably just do a few chips, but I wanted to give a nice vegan alternative for all my vegan vegetarian eaters out there. And chips really don't take that long to make. It's simple. You could get red potatoes. You can get red potatoes. You could get Yukon Gold. You could get purple potatoes and sweet potatoes. There's so many potatoes. Just thinly slice it. Thinly slice your potatoes and get some olive oil or canola or peanut oil, whatever your heart desires. And just fry it up. I started making chips maybe a couple years ago, and I was like, wow, it's it's just that easy. So I enjoy making chips and, you know, just homemade items. It's like when you start learning how to make things on your own, you're like, wait, I don't have to rely on Lay's potato chips. I don't have to rely on going to a fish fry and paying this much. I could do this myself. And you save a lot more money when you cook for yourself. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a chef. It's real. So, sweet potato chips. Look at that. Nice. Our chips are crisping up and looking divine. Our fish, our delicious catfish is looking good. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and check my delicious. There we go. That is our delicious red snapper. Red snapper. And I keep saying catfish because I guess I want to make catfish for somebody out there who is thinking, why didn't she make catfish? Maybe you're speaking to me. And I got our nice delicious sweet potato fry. Delicious sweet potato chips. Look at that, y'all. Homemade. You don't have to buy it yourself. You can make it on your own. Delicious. So we got our chips. We're in the mix. So I did say we're gonna do a vegan wrap for our fishless fillet. And I did go ahead and use our, remember this from Taco Tuesday? Our Mission Organic Whole Wheat tortillas. So that Remoulade sauce we were talking about, I made it with Vegenaise, homemade. So I did Vegenaise, I did some dill pickles, juice, just the juice in there, Tabasco, a little bit of paprika, a little bit of Cajun, and some horseradish as well. So I'm just gonna spread that on the tortilla itself. Just to give, you know, some people don't like sauces, and I get it, you know. You don't really like sauces or a spread on your sandwiches or wraps. You don't have to have it on there. It's just a nice extra flavor element on there. It's okay. A nice piece of iceberg lettuce. Lettuce, tomato on there. So everybody loves a little tomato. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab our fishless fillet. Bingo. There we go. This is our vegan vegetarian wrap for our Fish Friday. Hey. And because it's so protein packed, it might be a little hard to wrap. But guess what? We wrapped it. Bang, bang. And I'll cut it and make it all pretty in a second. Hey. So, I'm gonna go over here and get our fish so we can get ready for plating. This is our end game right here. And yes, Jazzy, we are gonna season our sweet potato fries with ginger and garlic powder. You can put salt and pepper, but for all my people that, you know, that may have high blood pressure or diabetes, don't put any salt. And if you do put salt, don't put that much, you know. I know sometimes we're stubborn and we're like, I can't taste my salt, but think about your health first and don't put that much salt into the ingredient. Sweet potato fries are very interesting. You don't need to have any sweetness to it because they're naturally sweet. Naturally sweet. So I'm just adding a little bit of essence to it by putting a little bit of ginger and some garlic, because I love garlic powder. It's very versatile. So go ahead and hey. Keep this here for now. I do have my little Chef Disa's seasoning. It is a garlic ginger seasoning. And like I said, y'all tune in, wait for it. Follow me on Instagram, Chef Disa, because as the Lord blesses me, I will be blessing y'all with more recipes, seasonings soon to come, and much more. So just tune in, continue to support. So I just seasoned that. I'm going to start plating as well. Delicious. Deliciousness. centerpiece is the fish. And our hush puppies doesn't mean a hush. Tell me y'all. So with those hush puppies as well, you can put a little bit of remoulade sauce. If you're like a sauce person, you can have some remoulade sauce on there as well. Like I said, the remoulade sauce, if you're not vegan, it's just mayonnaise. It is Cajun, Tabasco, paprika, a little bit of salt, pepper, a little bit of pickle juice, or if you don't have pickle juice, you could use dill relish juice in there, horseradish, simple as that. Whip it up, you have your own remoulade sauce. You don't have to pay these restaurants for a side of sauce for $5. You're welcome. But yeah, so we got that. And we have our delicious fishless fillet wrap with our delicious sweet potato homemade chips. Oh yes. Hi Marilyn. Marilyn is one of my best friends and she makes the most delicious desserts. Definitely follow her on Instagram, marilyn.bryan. Homemade anything. She makes the best desserts from the south to the north. She could do it. So, last but not least, we do have a salad as well. And I was telling you guys in the beginning about the salad. In the salad, we have some arugula and we have spinach. Arugula has a lot of pepper notes to it. So that means you don't need to add any pepper or even salt to it. It's like arugula has its own seasoning. So that's why I love working with it, with salads, because it is self-seasoned. And with that, I added some fresh strawberries and some blueberries, some of my favorite summer ingredients. And those heirloom tomatoes I was telling you all about, I have some great heirloom tomatoes. I have yellow, I have red, and I have orange. And we're going to put that all in our mix. Whip it up, whip it up. And also, for a nice nutty texture, we're going to put some cashews in there as well. And cashews are super protein packed. So it's good for my vegan vegetarians who need that protein. It's just another element to get your protein in there as well. So we have our nice salad, and there. And I will toss it up. And really, I don't know, a lot of people aren't dressing. They don't really like dressing. And if you do like dressing, just doing like a nice light dressing. I'm gonna do a balsamic honey ginger dressing for that. Very light. And I have some balsamic vinegar. You can get regular vinegar as well. It doesn't have to be balsamic. It's all about what you like, truly. So I'm gonna do a little bit of balsamic vinegar, and you can find this at your local grocery store. A little bit of honey goes a long way. All that sweetness, yeah. And I also have some oregano as well. Oregano and Italian seasoning that I'm just gonna sprinkle me now with. And I'm just gonna whip that up together. Let me get can whip it up with a whisk or fork, like I'm doing. Nothing fancy smancy. It's just home cooking for the family. I'm encouraging y'all to meet up with the family, whip up a nice meal. It won't take long. So right now, we're gonna go ahead and plate this salad. Make it all pretty. Salad as well. Y'all need to have a salad or some type of green with anything you eat every day. It's good. It's good for you. I'm just drizzling it right now. Just a light drizzle. We have our nice, delicious heirloom tomato salad. And these are the grape heirloom tomatoes. We have our strawberries, we have blueberries, we have also cashews for a nice nutty texture to it. And we have spinach and arugula. Bang, bang. We set that in between. And this is our meal, y'all. Fish Friday. Simple, delicious meals. Delicious, delicious. And I did it two ways because I support healthy eating. I am a vegetarian and I'm all about my vegan and vegetarian eaters. So even when you're hosting and you have vegan and vegetarian people, you can make something for them because what? I taught you. You know, and it's simple. Get on Pinterest, check me out, hit me up, direct messenger me or email me. I'm more than happy to give you tips and give you suggestions and ingredients and menu items. I'm all about that. I thank you all for all your support, and with everything going on in the world with so much social injustice, I really appreciate everybody tuning in and supporting Chef Disa all the time. Like, I appreciate it. And if you're not following me, follow me on IG and also tune in to my YouTube channel, Chef Disa, as well. Thank y'all. Much love to ya. Thank y'all. Bye. Thank you.